Eliana. And then this is what the jail looks like right now. It's still a bunch of covered up windows, but if you recognize the white, we got the white in, we have the windows in, so this is going to be an unbelievable update that you guys have waited months for, quite frankly. And frankly, I've waited months to give it to you. All right, Ellie Boo, come on, let's go, sweetie. Oh, they actually locked the door. What an amazing thing. It's so funny because they almost never lock the door. So it's nice that they did, because we will unlock it and get you guys in. How's this for horrible television? Give me 1 second here. Oh my gosh, and they even left the keys in the box. It's a miracle. That's a miracle. That never happens. All right, you want to push that open for us? Oh, oh, good job.
Oh my God.
All right, guys, here we are.
This is a big garage.
It's not a garage, sweetie. This is where the indoor playground's going to be. Guys, can you believe this?
Oh my gosh. Playground.
This is the indoor playground. So they have done an amazing job here. They're getting all the sheetrock up on the walls, which is super, super, super exciting. And then we still left this access door open in between, but you guys see that it's all framed up because it's about to get closed up. It's going to be closed up this week, actually. But these are the ADA units. They haven't hung these yet, but they're actually going to be... They're gonna be doing these ADA units this week. Actually, they're gonna be sheetrocking these. But here's the ADA units. There's not a ton that's changed in here except for all the insulation. There's all the super crazy expensive water pipe for the sprinkler system. Here is the... Okay, yes, you can carry those around, but shh. So that, and then these are what's are called cassettes. These are the things, instead of hanging, you know, basically like the mini splits off the walls, instead of hanging those, we put those in instead.
I'm in jail.
You are, well, you're not in jail. That's not the jail cell, you goofball. And then this is the rear window. So what we wanted to do was we wanted to keep, yeah, crazy project, Richard Riley, crazy project. We wanted to keep this all the same height. That way, in case there is a fire, this is an egress window. So anybody that's handicapped, which is what this unit is for ADA, they can literally just lean right here and then they can actually just roll right out of the window frame. They could literally just lay a blanket across that thing and roll right out. Are those rough ends 48? So 48 isn't the spec, 36 inches is. Or actually 42, sorry. So this one, this is a pretty massive door opening. Here, I'll try and get there. That's a massive door opening. But yeah, it's actually 42. So no 48s. 42. For an interior door. And then exterior door, yeah. Exterior door, there's the exterior right there. So the exterior's huge. It's basically a double door. But they'll be able to hit a button right there. They'll be able to hit a button right there with an actuator on it, and it will open this thing right up for them. 2 lives in one day. Yeah, true story. Oh, it's only because the properties were within 5 minutes of each other. Yes, sweetie. Okay, just put them on top of anything plastic like that. So this is the other unit. Again, they're mirror units, so they're exactly like each other. But this is the living room. This will be where the kitchen goes, right there across this wall. And then they'll be able to have chairs or seating right there that will then be able to... Won't let me turn it another direction. But that's what that will look like. But then, for those of you who jumped on a few seconds late, here, this is where all the brand new glass is going. So this is going to be amazing, because this is going to be all massive, massive, massive glass. That's going to be all the retail glass and everything. And then this is, oh yeah, see, that's a good job. Yeah, see, that's the right way to be done.
This is a new playground.
It is a new place, yeah. All right, come on, this way.
Why do we need a...
Because you're supposed to follow me. No questions asked. Trust your dad. So then this is all the big indoor play place. So absolutely massive spot. We'll get a bunch of climbing stuff in here for young kids. And then this is the cold kitchen. So they made a ton of progress in the cold kitchen. Again, this is actually, I think this is almost done being hung. So they did a great job here.
Wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Are you gonna play on the playground here too?
Well, honey?
Are you gonna play on the playground here too?
Nope, playground isn't in here. This is going to be the place that brings food to the playground. We're going to put a kitchen, we'll put a kitchen in here. And so then in here, this is the mop sink, and then this is where the bathroom will be. And then, okay. And then this is where the 3 sink is. So right here, you put in a triple sink, and that's enough for what's required of the cold kitchen.
Daddy, I'm putting my shoes on.
I see you're putting your shoe.
Daddy, I'm
Cold food, yep. Subs, salads, yep, exactly. Pre-made stuff, exactly right, yep. And then these are the jail cells.
Daddy,
These are the jail cells. This is what we had to do around the entire building. So we had to do all of these soffits. It is a real jail, yes, honey. So we had to do all. Shh. Shh. I'm gonna lock you in there. There's no door. So this is all the soffit work that had to be done around all of the piping. We didn't want any exposed piping. So we put soffit around everything. The soffit bill alone for this building will be like $20,000. So it's pretty big, but this is where the bathroom's gonna be. So this is the bathroom, and then this is gonna be another utility room. But yeah, then here are all the jail cells. You having fun in the jail cell? Yeah, I know. I'm sure you're having fun in there. Hey, let's go. Is that purple sheet? Yes. Yep, the purple is mold resistant. Exactly right. Exactly right. All right, come on, Ellie Bill. We're gonna go upstairs, sweetie. Come on. Jump. Good jump. All right, which way do we walk in? Here, remember, how do we walk over here? We're gonna follow exactly the path we walked over here in. That way. Here, follow me. Follow me. So this is all the carpet tile, Milliken carpet tile. That's gonna be going into the kids' play place. Holy cow. There's a lot of sheets of drywall left over. Just saying. I like food too. Look out. All right, we're gonna go upstairs, guys. We're gonna show you the second floor units. Apparently, fewer people are excited to hear about the outside. Yes. They are. Freeze. If you guys couldn't hear it, there's a busy street out there. So somebody likes to gallivant. Eliana, get over here, please. What are you picking up? Cool. That one can go in there.
Where?
We're going upstairs. Ready? Do you need to go potty? Okay. I'm excited about this. It's been a minute since we've seen the jail. Yeah, it's been a minute and about $500,000 since you guys saw it. So we wanted to get in there because there's still, they had finished the rough, and then it goes really fast from rough to insulation, which takes about a week, to hanging everything, which takes about 10 days, to mudding everything, which takes about 5 days. Check that out. That is the massive new, how's that for a bunch of disconnects and socket heads, meter sockets, and all that fun stuff. All right, keep going. Almost there.
One more.
Yes. Ready? All right. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. No. Do not. Hey, back up. Back up. Stand against that wall. Stand against that wall. Thank you. All right, we're gonna put you guys down for just a second. There we go. Yeah. Oh, huh? Missing all the same crews. No, bunch of different crews because this job was so big. But this place is. Check out this. This is the second floor.
I'm gonna be in jail.
Those aren't jail cells, but okay.
I'm there.
That's where the kitchen's going. That's where the laundry's gonna go. This is the bathroom for this unit. And this is the yep. And this is a massive closet we put over here in this unit. Yeah, second floor is close to done. Well, so it's close to done from the first. Yes. Shh. So the second floor is close to done. Basically, everything's been hung, and we've got the first coat of mud and tape on it. And so yeah, this unit's actually really close. They ran out of our QuietRock, so that's why this wall isn't done.
Look at this.
Eliana, I see. So we'll go down the hallway. And then this is the bathroom. This is another unit. Sheetrock ranges. It ranges so incredibly ranged. Like, I think when it's all said and done, I think we'll be over $100 a sheet installed. So product installed, mud, tape, primed. It'll be over $100 a sheet when it's all done. Yeah, this crew is one of the biggest in the state. It's actually a good friend of mine's company. Yeah. So here's another one of the bedrooms. But again, they'll put all the insulation up in between these two spots because these are going to be all QuietRock. Hey, no. But that's a massive busy street out there. You guys can't hear a thing. That's how quiet it is. So it's unbelievable. QuietRock is thicker. Yeah, QuietRock is 1 inch thick, and it has a rubber steel membrane that travels through the middle of it. I'll try and see if I can find you a piece. There's a bunch of it around. Is that QuietRock? No, that's all blue. Yeah, I'm trying to find the QuietRock. Is that QuietRock? Yeah, Ellie. Yes. What? You want to go what? Back in the car? Okay, you're just going to have to wait a few minutes. So this is QuietRock. Do you see that right there in the middle? That's a rubber membrane. There you go.
Can I see?
Yeah, come on over.
Okay.
So look at this. So you see this in between?
Mm-hmm.
See that? That's called a rubber membrane. Yep. Oh, sorry for my thumb there. Yeah, dad voice. Yeah, exactly. You know the REI guy. You know Frank. Yeah. So this is another unit. Again, this will all be QuietRock. That's why this was taken down. People do what's inspected, not expected. Yeah, about 100. Yeah, it's about $100. It might be a little bit more, but it's because we put a lot of stuff in. Oh, here. So there you get to see the spray foam. We used open cell. Yes, Jack, exactly what it's for. It's specifically meant for that. The main reason it exists, is because it's meant to dampen sound. So when you get that 1-inch piece of QuietRock with the rubber membrane through the middle, that is actually equal to 10 sheets of 1/2 inch. I think it's 10 sheets of 1/2 inch or it's 8 sheets of 5/8. I can't remember which. But I think it's 10 sheets of 1/2 inch. But that means that you're not going to see that, Kyle? Can you hear it? Nope. Can't hear anything in this place, which is exactly the way that we built it. So there's the beautiful windows. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Look Up. I appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, QuietRock. Yeah, it is very quiet. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. So the QuietRock is the magic, right? It's people they move because they hear noise. They hear noise between units, and if they hear noise between units, then what? Well, then they're like, yeah, I didn't like the place. It was too noisy. Well, we retain our tenants in our top buildings, or the units that we redo. We retain them because we spend the extra money to do those things, so we don't have to think about it. But this is another unit. It's a beautiful unit. They're absolutely beautiful units. Yeah. Yep. So it's a combination. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So I use QuietRock on what are called the party walls. We use them to share in between bedrooms. And then as far as the windows go, I'll show you one that we did. So here's one. It'll show it a little bit better. So if you see right here, we actually do all of the insulation and everything there. And then you can't hear anything from the outside. So normally when you put your hand up to a window, it's cold. But do you see that black pan out there? So that's called a panning system. So that brings it out an extra few inches. So this white material goes all the way to the edge of that panning system. So that's another 5 inches of insulation. So the cool thing about that is, yeah, you guessed it. Not only can you not really hear anything, but it is nice and warm in here. It's probably 15 degrees warmer in here than it was outside. So who are you planning on renting these out to? I thought some are for veterans. So yes. So the first two, hey, what's up? What's up, Radion? Good to see you, pal. So yes, the idea for the veterans, yes, honey, we're gonna go. Yes. Well, we already had lunch, but we can get you a snack. Snack good? Mm-hmm. Okay. From a place. Yeah, from a place. We'll go and we'll get something from a place. Jeremy, Matt, you're an inspiration. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Yeah, just want to share with you guys the journey because, you know, I don't see anybody else just doing this online and talking about. We'll talk about it in the car. Come on. We'll get where it's so I appreciate that, Jeremy. Thanks. If it's 2-story, do you use it in the ceiling? Yes, absolutely. We use it in the ceiling in between because you have to have something called fire block, and fire block is basically 5/8. It's 2 layers of 5/8 sheetrock. So at the very minimum, you have to get 2/8 of 5-inch sheetrock. Make sure you hold that railing on the way down, sweetheart. So yeah, you have to get 2 layers of 5/8 on the way down, or in between units for fire ratings because you need a 2-hour burn rating. And so even with the sprinklers. So what we do is we actually will do a layer of 5/8 and a layer of QuietRock because downstairs they're going to be able to run music and do things like that, you know, for kids in the indoor kids playground. They're going to be able to have that stuff. And so we want to make sure that the upstairs can't hear it. So you only get one chance to be able to do that. All right, little bug, you're gonna hop in the car. Actually, no, you know what? We're gonna go out in front and we're gonna put the key back in the box. So, what questions do you guys have about what you've seen? Oh, actually, I want to show you guys something quick too. So, see this white stuff? That white stuff is a primer that we put on. So, the really cool thing about this primer is that in the past, in this neighborhood, they've had not consistent tagging, but like once a year, it seems like stuff will get tagged. meaning spray painted. And it will be like a couple walls. And then they find the idiot that did it. And, you know, he gets in trouble. But the crazy thing is that we wanted to make sure that we weren't going to have to manage anything crazy like that. Hold on. No. Oh. You silly goose. So we wanted to make sure that we weren't going to have to go through that. So that white stuff is actually meant to take... It actually gives us a bonding agent for a special kind of paint that then when this place ever gets sprayed or tagged again, it's literally just soapy water and some bleach, and we can scrub it off. We're not spraying the house pink and we're not spraying the building pink and blue. Thankfully, it's already the color's already been picked. Let's see, what else? Vapor barrier only in the shared wall between the units? No, not just a vapor barrier. Nope, no, No, we in between units, we do safe and sound in the wall, and then we do rubber membrane, and then we do QuietRock on top of that. So, yeah, I want to make sure no one's hearing anything. Yes, correct, Jeremy. Yep. We'll never have to repaint it. We'll only have to basically spray it, and then it will come right off. Scrub and spray, and it won't affect the finish. It won't take away any sheen. It'll stay the same color. The paint job, when it's all said and done, will cost us an extra, I don't know, $5,000 to $7,000 to do it that way. Who cares? Like, it's $1 million project. The big thing for us is, I don't want to ever have to make time for crews. All right, let's hop in the car. We don't want to have to make time for crews to come out here and, you know, do whatever they have to do to prep it, to then paint it, and then they're going to have to paint the entire wall. And then you want to make sure that they can't actually see anything behind it. So, yeah. Inmates are hard on plumbing. Yeah, true story. The plumbing is all brand new. Plumbing is all brand new, Richard. We went through the entire building, and the purpose of going through the entire building was to get rid of all of the cast iron. Are you good, or do you need help?
Okay.
You got it? Look at you! High five! Good job! Way to go, honey. So we are on the plumbing. We took out all of the old cast iron stack because we wanted to make sure we were starting from scratch, starting fresh. And so it made no sense to do that. So everything in the building is new PVC 6-inch, new PVC 2-inch, PEX, and there's some copper, but not a lot. Not a lot. Because we get to maintain all the pressures that we want to maintain. I have a product called Miracle Cover that when added to paint, this siliconized rubber makes paint graffiti-proof. Cool. What R value is that green bag of rock wool I see there? It's 16. Shh. It's 16 because that's just for in between the units. So one of the things that people miss is that I've got a foot thick brick wall that has R value to it. So we're using 16 in the walls, but that's to go in the middle stud bays. But those stud bays are on the inside of a foot thick brick wall. 20, nice. 20 people watching and only 9 likes. Yeah, that's rough. It's probably because I have to keep on telling Eliana to knock it off. She's awesome. So, what other questions you guys have about the project? But that's kind of it. Like all brand new PEX, all brand new PVC for plumbing. All the electrical is brand new. There's about 5 miles of wire in that place. But we have all of that. We have all the coax. All of that stuff is run. So every single unit has its own coax. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's good. The QuietRock, again, you guys saw how absolutely, I mean, you can't hear anything in that building. But when we put the doors up, the steel doors, like that's the big thing is like you won't be able to hear people in extra units. Did it cost us more? Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe all totaled, we spent an extra, I don't know, 15,000, maybe 20,000 bucks on the entire building, just to have it be more soundproof. I just don't see why you wouldn't. You know, I just don't see why you wouldn't do it that way. I think that's always the best and cleanest way to do it. So so now basically here's the stages that we've gotten through. We've gotten through resheeting the entire floor with brand new wood because the old wood there was so brittle. We got through framing the entire building up to be exactly the frame up that we wanted and the configuration that we wanted. Hey, take it down a notch. Dad's trying to talk. The second thing that we did, or the next thing we did, if you will, is we've done all of the rough plumbing, all the rough electrical. All the rough plumbing and rough electrical got done. And then comes the suppression system. So the suppression system got done. Now that the suppression system is now done, we went and did the alarm system. So now the fire alarm system is now all done, past inspection. So fire alarms are now done. Then we do the windows after that with their panning system. And we make sure that we're then insulating those and caulking all the way around those. And after we're finished caulking all the way around those, we then start putting in all the rock wool, which goes into all the walls. And then we sprayed the ceiling with open cell foam because we actually have R48 in the roof. Security systems. So we have an alarm system, but as far as security goes, it's really not much of a need. We'll put a couple cameras up just in the common areas, you know, kind of where people park, just to make sure we can address any issues there. But outside of that, really no need for anything else. What else? Yeah, so now insulation, then sheetrock. They're doing all the QuietRock sheetrock and rubber membraning. Then that should be done actually this week, and then we'll clean up everything, and then in go all the floors. So all the floors should be going in not this week, but the following week, and then just odds and ends stuff, and then the next week after that is going to be finish electrical, finish plumbing, getting everything deviced, and kitchens. So yeah, we're pretty darn close. We're probably a month away from being done. The goal was to be done by the end of August, based on our new refined timeline, and so I think we will be. So yeah, credible threat. Yeah. So it used to be the old police station. I can't imagine there's too many people wanting to break in there. Police station, jail. I don't think anybody wants to get back in. That's not my guess. The question on the veterans units. Yeah, the ADA units are ground floor. So the purpose of utilizing those units is that all the amenities that they need are there on the ground floor. Everything that I need. So it's off the street access, it's door access, it's door into their unit access. It allows them to get their lives back. There's two handicap spots out front. And so the cool thing is with the two handicap spots out front, people get to do their thing on the handicap spots, right? They can bring in their van, they can get in and out, they can, they can have all the pickups that they want, anything. It really gives them their lives back. And then just one block across is the public transportation that they can also take. So it really puts them in a position where they're going to have every access to everything that they need to have access to. Let's see. Deconstructing Dreams, a financial journey. Howdy from Reno. Hey, Deconstructing Dreams, good to see you. Boomer, are you going to be able to use electronic locks per unit? Yes, I am. Yep, they're normal doors, so we'll still have electronic locks on every single unit. So yeah, absolutely. And then the doors, the commercial doors are the only question. We've asked them, and we're kind of looking into it, but frankly speaking, we know that doors are about a 2-week manufacturing process here for the doors that we want. So we haven't been pedal to the metal on getting those things done. Jack, when you build an ADA unit, Okay, great. At what height do you hang the cabinets? So it all adjusts downward. I actually have to look at the plan because I don't know it off the top of my head. Because not only is it what height you hang them at, but then how tall the cabinets are that you use. So I had to double check on that. I want to say it's 28 or 30 inches. I think it's 30 inches from the floors where the top of the countertop is, or 34 inches. I had to double check. No, I think it's 30. I think it's 30 inches. And then I want to say it's 15 inches from the countertop to the bottom of the cabinet. Not positive, but I think that's what it is. Yes, Elviana is doing super awesome. Not listening to me a whole lot, but she's doing super awesome. But she's 4, so yeah. She definitely wanted to entertain herself. But yes, thank you. She is doing great. No, that's impossible. No, can't make them adjustable. No, can't make the cabinets adjustable because they have to be anchored back into the wall for a bunch of reasons. You know, if something with that system were to fail, then you've got a big, huge water leak. Also, it matters, the height by which the outlets are off of the countertop. So yeah, it's all that stuff. So yeah, we have to. That's all stuff that is kind of final minute because they had them on there with clamps, and what we're waiting for is because I don't trust anybody that just gives me a design. I want to see that somebody can use it. So we're actually going to have somebody in a chair walk through and use it, and then when we get the cabinets there before everything is hung, we want to make sure that, hey, the code might say 30, but somebody might actually want, but 31 actually is better. So yeah, I know. Sam's hockey equipment's in the back because we're going to go in just a little bit. He's got hockey today. He's got drill camp, so it's good stuff. But yeah, she just dumped the helmet. Oh yeah, she's ready. Yep. She doesn't know the trick though. She doesn't know the sweater over the head trick. Yeah, and I outweigh her by about 220 pounds, so shouldn't be too difficult. But she does wield the stick well. It's part of the. Oh yeah, totally part of the game. On the ADA units, are you going to use pull down shelves in the upper cabinets? That's something we're exploring. So the boxes, once we have them up, we have the ability to then equip the boxes with all the other elements. So we haven't made that final decision yet, because it doesn't change our box order. It only changes what we get for extras that we add to the box. So thankfully we haven't made that decision yet. It's been 110% just trying to get it to where it was and get past fire code. Fire code was our biggest nightmare. It was about 6 months of, but did you do this? No. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to do this. It's like we asked if it was anything else additional. Yeah, we forgot. I mean, awesome, great. What is the R value of the ceiling open spray foam? 48. We put 48 in there. We talked to the town. They said you only really have to do 39, but you can put 48 if you want. I just said we'll just do 48. My biggest concern is one of those water pipes exploding, and so if we make sure that can't become a thing, we're in our best position. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed the jail tour. Please give me a thumbs up on the way out. I got to get back in the house and get Sam ready for hockey camp. Eliana's already split. Apparently she was done with this interview. She does have a mind of her own, of course. But yeah, that's the jail. That's the jail in full. You guys will see a whole lot more in the next few weeks because, like I said, we're about 6 weeks away.